Hello and welcome to Elizabeth's Whispering World. My name is Elizabeth, but you can call me Ellie or Liz. Welcome back if you have been before in my channel, or welcome if you're new. First, I want to apologize for being a little bit inactive the past few weeks because I was sick. I had a throat infection, and it's throat infection, and I also had to change internet providers, so I had to wait quite a bit for the technicians to arrive to my home and do all of the required changes. It actually took almost a whole week for them to arrive. I had to change internet because my previous provider, something was going on with my modem and they were unable to fix it through the phone, so they had to send a technician, but they had an available date, how you say that? Yeah, the nearest date that they had available was until the 15th, and I mean, right now it's already I don't know in which day I'm living, but it was quite a few. It was more than a week, so yeah, I had to change providers because I couldn't wait that long because I worked from home and I really need the internet. So with that being said, yeah, those are the news. I mean, I kind of lost a little bit of my voice, so I didn't feel comfortable enough to record anything because I didn't want it to sound weird or something while being sick. I'm much better now, and my connectivity is much better as well. So for today's video, I came with an idea because I actually have a side hustle where I sell beauty items or beauty products from a catalog of a brand that it's called Belcorp. Actually, if you have previously seen my videos of the lipsticks my red lipstick collection, all of them are actually from that brand or that company, and I normally got them through my aunt, but now I actually had decided to start selling them myself to get a little bit of extra income. So whenever you have to register yourself to start selling them, and they provide you with catalogs. So I have 3 catalogs, and at the end they have campaigns, and there's a campaign every month. This is the first month that I have actually started selling those brands, and at the end of the day, the catalog is something that you don't have to return to the company. You keep it, and well, it becomes a necessary item that you have at your home or whatever. And I thought that this Christmas I want to have a piñata for Christmas Eve, so that way we can celebrate and stuff. And I'm gonna build it myself. I'm gonna do it myself as a DIY project because I love DIYs. And I mean, I need paper or yeah, paper pretty much for you to do the piñata itself, the structure. And I decided that I'm gonna be using the paper in the catalogues so that I can actually build that piñata. And yeah, so for today's video, I'm gonna be cutting these papers in pieces. I actually already started. I have here a bag, a plastic bag with some paper. I'll probably start around November with the piñatas, and I don't know if I actually could sell them, because during that time of the year there are, it could be like another side hustle, I guess, an extra income that I could use for Christmas gifts. And I have lots of free time right now because I'm just like working. I am not gonna start school probably until next year because I'm giving myself a time off, and until I start my next degree, my next career. And so I'm gonna have like lots of free time to do these crafts. I love crafts and DIYs, those any kind of manual work that I can do, like creative manual work, manualidades in Spanish. I love that since I was a child. I used to have like a after class workshop, art workshop, where we do multiple kind of crafts and DIYs, and I actually had lots of fun while doing that. So with that being said, I'm gonna start with the first catalog. Let me just try to do some triggers with this. Maybe some tapping. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't like show the brand. I don't know if I can get in trouble by doing this, so I hope not. I really don't think so, but I don't want to discover that, I guess. And at the end of the day, I'm not doing anything bad, because I just want to reduce my impact, my ecological eco impact. I don't know how to say that. Okay. Some of the pages come with a little try on for you to smell like the scents of the perfumes that they sell. So I think that I'm gonna leave those because I don't want to cut through them because it won't work for the purpose that I'm trying to use this for. Oops. It actually had one of these, so I'm just gonna take it apart and just lift the little like rectangle, square, whatever it is, with the scent there, because I don't want to desperdiciar. I don't know how to say that in English. I'm sorry. I don't know why, but it sounds like if I'm extremely far. I guess that I'm kind of far from it, so it kind of makes sense, but they actually just ripped like the front and the back of it. And this is all that's left. Oops. That was horrible. Okay, so just use scissors for that. I actually don't know where I left my scissors. Here they are. So I have this bowl here where I'm gonna be like adding all of the pieces that I got. And then I'll just throw them all through to the plastic bag. Actually quite an entertaining activity, because the other day while I was watching a series, I was actually watching, I believe, Ginny and Georgia, because I hadn't seen the third season of it, and while I was watching it, I was just cutting some of the pages. Now I'm gonna try a different method. Because I don't feel that comfortable just cutting them in random pieces. I'm just gonna try to the way that you actually make a piñata is by you need like a huge balloon. Well, it depends on the size of the piñata that you want to make, but you need a balloon, or maybe some people use like those bouncing balls that the kids use for them to bounce on him. You can also use one of those if you want to make make a bigger piñata. And well, you require paper and engrudo. I don't know how to say that in English, sorry. And well, you can make it with flour and some water. You do it with low heat on your stove, and well, you can use that to paste the papers to the balloon or the ball, whatever you're gonna be using. Previously, they used to make piñatas with a no, it's not just barro. I don't know how to say barro in English, but with cántaros. Like, I'm gonna try to stitch an image of what a cántaro is, and it's like a hard cover, and it's extremely hard, and they were sometimes dangerous for kids when they were breaking the piñata in kids' parties, like birthday parties, and that's why they changed them to cardboard, or well, the also traditional way of doing it with paper and engrudo. So I think that I'm gonna actually record myself in the process of doing a piñata, so that way you can see step by step, and you get to see how you can make one yourself in case that you want to do that. I mean, we normally have something in, I don't know, I also believe that in some other Latin American countries, they also have like posadas, which is like a party before Christmas. They start, if I'm not mistaken, like around the 15th of December, which is actually my birthday, December the 15th, and well, you just gather around with your friends. It actually has like a religious context, like background context, but nowadays it's not necessarily religious. You can just, it's like a get together with your friends, family, people from work, people from school. You can just gather and share foods and maybe a carne asada, whatever, and you get to break a piñata. So the piñatas for posadas are actually they actually have like a symbolic structure. It's like a round circle with multiple because I don't know how to say that, also like point triangles that come out of the piñata, and they represent the sins, like the 10 sins, if I'm not mistaken. It had to have like 10. Are there 10 capital sins? I'm not really sure. I'll guess that I'll give you a better explanation when I do the piñata DIY video. So yeah, so stick around if you want to see that. Oh yeah, and I forgot I was explaining you about the posadas. So pretty much it's like a symbolic representation of the process of Mary and Jose. Joe, I don't know how to say Jose in English. Joseph, I believe. When she was gonna have baby Jesus. And do you know how they arrived to a really poor well, she had to have him as a pesebre. So it's the representation of asking for posada, like a place to stay. And the people that go, if you make it like the traditional religious belief way, you have to separate the attendants into ones are the ones that are inside the establishment. I forgot how you say well, the place that they arrive to ask for a place to stay, and the other half of the attendants are the outsiders asking for a place to stay. And there's like a narrator, I believe, that explains the whole thing, like the whole story, and then you have to sing. For example, the outsiders sing like, os pido posada en el nombre del cielo, pues mi esposa I don't know. No, en el nombre del cielo, pues no puede andar mi esposa amada. I don't know how to sing it. I don't know the lyrics by memory, so please forgive me if I just butchered the whole lyrics. If you are someone that actually is related, no, if you can actually, oh my god, my English is not Englishing. If you're someone that know about this tradition and you practice it and you are well versed in it and you know the lyrics, please forgive me. I haven't actually attended to much posadas in my whole life. So yeah. And I don't know if they actually practice it in Spain. You know that we have lots of traditions that come from Spain. And some have been modified and some are still pretty much the same with a little modification, but yeah, I don't know if this, I mean, it has to come from Spain because at the end of the day, the Catholic religion was introduced by Spanish people. I'm not gonna get into this theme because it could be controversial. I don't know if I ever told you about my first career, which was history. It was my first degree. I didn't quite finish it. I left on the second semester, but I am actually consider myself pretty good at history and like storytelling. So I don't know if you will actually like me to do some videos of storytelling, like, you know, soft-spoken type. And with certain events or certain information. I mean, that will be something that I will actually enjoy, but I'm not really sure about what to do it first, about what kind of historical event you would like to hear about, or maybe if not historical event, maybe any kind of mythology that you would like to hear about. I actually had some classes of Greek mythology and in high school, so I kind of know about some of the myths. And well, I actually love to investigate and read about a lot of things. My brother actually says that I have lots of trash information in my brain. I don't see it that way. I think that it's relevant to be informed and keep lots of knowledge. At the end of the day, if I'm capable of having loads and loads of information without a limit, or at least not a limit yet that I have discovered, why not taking advantage of it? But yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions about this, in case that you want me to do some storytelling or narration and about any kind of information or any kind of thing that you would like to hear about. I'm actually a huge fan of different series. That's one of my hobbies, watching series and movies. So I also have I can also talk about different series if you'd like to. Of course, I will let you know if it contains any kind of spoilers. It probably would and will, but I don't know. I was actually thinking of doing a YouTube channel just about that, because I consider myself someone that loves talking while watching series or movies. That is something my family hates. Like my mom, every time I'm like just analyzing everything that is happening, and I want to talk about that, right? Like share opinions and views and stuff. But my family does. Give me a second. That sounds like. Sorry, but I heard like someone screaming. Was it me or did I hear it? Right. Well, and my family doesn't quite enjoy that. So every time that I'm watching a movie with my mom or a series or whatever, and I like a TV channel, my mom has to pause it for me to be able to talk, because she does not like missing out anything that the characters have to say. So she just rather pause it until I finish talking. And I don't know if you do the same or if you hate that. I guess I'm just guilty of doing so. But I swear that it's something that I have to do while watching them, because I need to analyze everything. I'm just weird, I guess. But the theme of the channel that I want to do is like discuss it and share my, pretty much discuss what is happening and share my point of view about the series that I have watched, which are a lot. And just share my opinion. I love doing so. That's why I have a podcast. But yeah. I think there's a baby crying. Probably you can hear that. I think it's one of my neighbors that actually has a baby. So I don't actually want to disturb you with babies crying or maybe violence, like domestic violence. I hope that it's not. I'm gonna be checking because I swear that I heard the scream, but I'm not really sure. But I think I'll just leave it here. Thank you so much for being here and for your support. I hope that I can continue like I was previously doing, and I really want to post frequently. As mentioned, I was having like some trouble in my life due to internet and sickness, but now everything is on its place, so I can continue doing so. Well, I hope that you have a lovely Sunday. It was such a pleasure to be here, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll let you know when I upload a video with the DIY for the piñata. Maybe I can do it in steps. I don't know when I'm gonna start it, honestly. And well, have a lovely weekend.